Did Coach tell you to work on your ball handling? Well, the secret is out. Get the ball hog gloves. These weighted gloves take away the grip of the ball, forcing your hands to work overtime.
It's the ball hog gloves. You know what time. Like you see that, it's Karan Godwin with the ball hog gloves. Like if you don't know that dude.
James Harden and Cade Cunningham turned Game 5 into a playoff duel that shaped the whole series. Cleveland won 117-113 in overtime at Little Caesars Arena, taking a 3-2 lead in the Eastern Conference semifinals, but the game felt like a tug-of-war between Harden's veteran control and Cunningham's scoring burden. Harden finished with 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal and 3 blocks in 43 minutes, making 8 of 21 field goals, 3 of 10 threes and 11 of 14 free throws. Cunningham answered with 39 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists and 2 steals in 48 minutes, making 13 of 27 field goals, 6 of 10 threes and 7 of 8 free throws. Cunningham had the bigger scoring night, but Harden's steadiness kept Cleveland close long enough for the game to swing. Detroit had the stronger first-half feel. Cunningham scored 10 points in the first quarter, the Pistons led 29-27 after 1, and their transition pressure was already hurting Cleveland. NBA.com's live recap noted that Detroit forced 6 early Cavaliers turnovers and turned them into an 11-2 edge in points-off giveaways, with Ausar Thompson collecting 3 steals in the opening stretch. By halftime, Cunningham had 20 points on 7 of 14 shooting, Detroit led 60-52, and the Pistons had a 20-2 advantage in points-off turnovers. Harden had 13 points and 3 assists at the break, but Cleveland's 10 first-half turnovers were making the Cavs play uphill. That is where the duel sharpened most. Cunningham looked like the engine of Detroit's offense, especially with Duncan Robinson out and Danis Jenkins starting in his place, but Harden became the player keeping Cleveland from losing touch. NBA.com described a stabilizing second-quarter stretch where the Cavaliers answered a Pistons surge with 6 points from Harden, and in the third quarter it called his play "some vintage Harden" as he hit 2 threes, drew a foul on a short jumper and helped Cleveland cut the lead to 73-71. Fear the Sword framed it even more directly. Harden took a sputtering Cleveland offense and pulled it toward the finish line, using isolation scoring to keep Detroit from stretching the lead too far after the Pistons had gone up by 16. Cleveland's comeback in the third quarter shifted the scoreboard, but not the individual drama. The Cavs outscored Detroit 32-20 in the period and led 84-80 entering the fourth, helped by Evan Mobley's sudden burst and Max Strus shooting. Cunningham still refused to let the game slip away. NBA.com tracked him hitting a free throw line fadeaway early in the fourth, then a pull-up 3 that pushed Detroit ahead 92-89 with 6:41 left. By then he had 37 points, and the live recap noted that he had gone over 30 points 5 times during this playoff run. Detroit built a 97-89 lead during a 12-0 run, then stretched it to 103-94 on a Tobias Harris corner 3 after a Paul Reed offensive rebound. Detroit looked close to taking the series lead, but the last few minutes flipped the duel. Max Strus hit his 6th 3 to cut the margin, Mobley buried a clutch 3 from above the break to make it 103-101, and then Mobley's free throws tied the game at 103. Detroit Bad Boys wrote that the Pistons had a 9-point lead with just under 3 minutes left but let it disappear, and that Cunningham, after giving the team everything, seemed to tire late and became less assertive in the final minutes of regulation. Detroit still had a chance at the end, especially after Ausar Thompson blocked Donovan Mitchell on Cleveland's final possession, but regulation ended tied. Overtime belonged more to Cleveland's collective poise than to one man, but Harden's earlier work made that poise possible. Mitchell scored 7 of Cleveland's 14 overtime points, including 5 straight to push the Cavs ahead 112-107, and Strus made the backcourt steal that led to a Mitchell layup. Harden then helped close the game at the line, making a free throw with 24.4 seconds left, grabbing his own miss, getting fouled again and adding another free throw to put Cleveland up 115-111. It was not clean, but it was the kind of veteran sequence that made Harden's night so valuable: manage the moment, draw contact, extend possessions, and make Detroit keep chasing. Cunningham's side of the duel was more painful because his production deserved a different ending. Detroit Bad Boys called it a great game from him, built on 39 points, 6 threes, 9 assists and 7 rebounds, while NBA.com named him the top performer of the night despite the loss. He carried Detroit's offense, gave them shot creation when the game tightened, and repeatedly answered Cleveland's pushes. But the Pistons only got 3 double-figure scorers: Cunningham, Jenkins with 19 and Harris with 13. Cleveland had Harden at 30, Mitchell at 21, Struss at 20, Mobley at 19 and Jarrett Allen at 16, and that balance mattered once the game went past 48 minutes. The contrast between Harden and Cunningham was the story. Cunningham was the younger star with the bigger scoring explosion, the one trying to carry Detroit through a home Game 5 and push the Cavs to the brink. Harden was the veteran who had started the series unevenly but produced his first 30-point playoff game as a Cavalier at the exact time Cleveland needed it. Fear the Sword noted it was his 50th career 30-point postseason game, and Bleacher Report described his performance as the engine behind Cleveland moving within 1 win of the Eastern Conference Finals. For Detroit, the loss was brutal because Cunningham's best game of the series still ended in collapse. A 9-point lead vanished, the whistle frustrated the crowd, and the Pistons now face elimination. For Cleveland, the win was massive because Harden's scoring, Struss shooting, Mobley's late plays and Mitchell's overtime response turned a messy road game into a series-changing escape. In the duel itself, Cade had the louder individual stat line. Harden had the winning performance. Game 5 will be remembered as a night where Cunningham nearly carried Detroit, but Harden kept Cleveland alive long enough for the Cavaliers to steal the game and take control of the series.